Well, it's a hot, humid, muggy day in Florida, and there are hundreds of people here. People playing soccer over on the field there, and people playing basketball in the stadium, which is right there next to the field. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have lots of people around here. You know, I didn't realize how much I would miss it till they closed this place down for a month. I think it was a couple of months because of the virus attack. And it's very easy to kill the virus. All you do is just first you go like, can I kill coronavirus? And see, this is my signal, this finger movement. So you could try using your finger to get a signal and see if you get a signal, a movement. But see, you can also say, you can do a proaction and you can say, I can kill coronavirus. And then you wait until you get a signal, you know, what might seem like forever, but you just keep at it, you know, I can kill coronavirus till you get a signal. And that's today's lesson. We could stop here, you know, but I'm not planning to do that because I came out here to do a sermon. So, but if all you wanted was a lesson, you got one. There it is. Very simple. But actually there's more to it, because next step is actually, you know, checking yourself for it and killing it. And what you do to do that is you join our web college and you go to the lesson on killing viruses and do the lesson. That's how you learn to kill viruses. Actually, this movie is more like discovering that you can than showing you how you actually do it, which is really beyond the scope of this. So let's go on to what I want to talk about, which is the law of attraction. It's interesting that we have evolved, you know, humanity has evolved to the point where most people know, even if they don't believe it can actually be true, what the law of attraction is and how it's, you know, people used to believe in luck. And now what we have evolved to is people being aware that they can actually cause what comes to them. And so there's a, you know, and so what I want to talk about is a specific aspect of this, because there is an idea that people know about, it's actually true, that if you, let's say you, whatever you dwell on, you will attract. Well, like, think about this. What I just suggested for a proaction was you say, I can kill coronavirus. So wouldn't you be dwelling on that, at least for you know, the few seconds that it takes to get a finger movement? It may not take that long. For most people, I don't think it really takes very long. So if it's taking a long time for you, you're abnormal. Anyway, so suppose you bury a sack of gold coins in your backyard and you cover it up and disguise it real good. And you never think about it again. You know, it's just there, and nobody ever steals it or knows it's there. And you, after a while, you almost forget where you buried it. But since you planted a rose bush on top of it, it's hard to forget. You know, just go to the rose bush, sacrifice the rose bush, and you got your gold coins back. But suppose you bury your gold coins and then you start wondering, is somebody going to come along and steal them? Did anybody see me bury them? Does somebody just suspect that I have something buried in the yard? Whatever, you know. And so you get really start to dwell on this idea that someone is going to come and steal your coins. And what people who know about the law of attraction say is that you will attract somebody doing just that, because that's how you attract things. And so they're always talking about how you have to be careful about not attracting the wrong thing, like dwell on the right things. Program yourself to dwell on the right things. And this is a form of spirituality, actually. It's something that's beyond, what people usually see as the, usual laws of whatever however the world runs. So, that's a kind of spirituality. And this is what I call street level spirituality. It really don't have much to do with spirituality, actually, other than that it's an evolutionary step forward as far as people understanding that reality is beyond the five senses, and you're in touch with everything all at once, and that's you have the ability to be super conscious and so on. So that's all a kind of spirituality, but that's what I call street level spirituality. Now, one thing that you can test for, again, we'll try using this testing, is am I interested in God? This is not the same thing as asking if you believe in God. What you're asking is if you're interested. Is that your interest? Like, do you walk around asking questions about and wondering about God? So am I interested in God? You might say, well, hey, I can observe myself and see whether I do that. Sure, except you may spend all day praying and thinking about what God is going to give you, and how, and praying for things you want. And then if you test this, you don't get a signal, because you're actually not interested in God. You're interested in whatever you think, you want God to do or give you or whatever. So, whoops. Oops. Sorry, I hope I didn't hurt you. All right, we're back. Okay, so we have in our web college, there's an area called What's Your Life About? And a main thing that you have to understand about yourself, see, if you want to get anywhere in life, you have to do a lot of soul searching and introspection, and this is not dwelling, and you have to understand what's happened to you in the past and how it affected you. That's not dwelling. I've had so many people say, I don't want to think about the past, I want to go forward. Well, sorry, it just doesn't work like that. Okay, you can't dwell on it, but you have to examine it. A life unexamined is not worth living. So this is important to do. And when you do it, you're going to have to check out what it is you're interested in. And the highest interest is God. And as far as what's right below that, I'll let you do the lesson to find that out. But, way down at the bottom is all the things like, will somebody steal my gold coins or not? That's street level stuff. And what you find is, if you bury a sack of gold coins in your backyard and then you're truly interested in God, you'll never think about the coins again until you need them. And when you do need them, it will be for something that really matters. Otherwise, you'll probably just leave them there and forget about them. So, that being said, that is my sermon for today. Thank you for being here.